All right, here's one way that you could potentially use the Explain Everything app, which you see here, to be able to help with some testing. Go into the Explain Everything app. I'm going to open it here real quick and go back. This is one that I made as an example. I'm going to go back to my projects up here. So I can create a new project by hitting the plus up here. Just go ahead and click the template, and it gives you a whiteboard. Down here you see slides. So we can add over here as many slides as we need. You can see the numbers going up there. So if I go back to slide number 1, which I'll do down here, I can add some things. So over here, this allows me to add some text. Here I can insert some videos, or I can add a video. With the pen up here, I can do some writing. And down here is some recording features as well. So I could just ask a question and have it written here. Who was the first president? So again, I'm assuming that you are going to be having this all ready ahead of time. Put a question mark there. If you wanted, you could put some multiple choice questions there. And so we're going to say this is your first question. What I would do is go down here and then hit record, and I could then audioly record that. So I'll do that. Who was the first president? And I say A, George Washington, B, John Adams, C, Thomas Jefferson, or D, John Quincy Adams. I'll go ahead and stop that, and now you see I have a 14-second recording down here. And when the student gets on the page now, we can hit play. Who was the first president? I say A, George Washington. So they're going to be able to hear exactly what we recorded. So this is a way if you just wanted to write it out. Now, the next part comes, how does the student record their answer? Again, I don't know how much help that you've given them, but again, if we go over here and we hit this, and I can say I want to do a new video. So you get a screen that comes up here. Over here, I want the camera to be facing forward, facing me. And now the student could hit the record button. I believe the correct answer is a George Washington. And pause it, and now that video is saved on here. So I've got the two. I've got the audio of the teacher and a video there. So now I can go on to the next one. So instead, let's say I wanted to type some text. And what is the name of the man who led Israel out of Egypt? And again, you put multiple choice, whatever you want to do. So I get that out of here. I hit the green check mark up here, says it's good. Again, I can move this around, but I've got some options there. Again, I can record it. What is the name of the man who led Israel out of Egypt? And then I can stop the recording down here. And you see I've got an audio, and again, you could write some things on here, and the student could tap it or record. Again, we could add a recording over here, a new video. Move it over here, and regardless of which way the camera is, I mean, even if you get a black so that the camera's the wrong way, you can still get the audio. And I believe the name of the person who led led Israel out of Egypt was Moses. So these are some options. Go to the third slide, and again, you can ask some in-depth questions, and you can get multiple of these videos. Oops, this video is we'll record on this video here, and then it allows me to add a second video, so I can do a lot of this. Here's, I guess, the way that I think it becomes very powerful. So let's say this is our prepared test. Our student hasn't actually taken the test yet. So down here we have some options of getting this out of here. So we've got, I want to export the image. Nope, I want to export the video. I want to export this whole file, the whole thing. And so I'm going to call this Loveland trial. I think I did a 1 already that I tested, so I'm going to hit that there. Where do I want it to go? Go to here, and I'm going to export it to Dropbox. It gives me some options here. Now you can see down at the bottom, I can export to my iPhoto roll. If you want to keep it on the same iPad, you can do it there. iTunes. If you're using, if the teacher has an iPad and the student has a separate one, if you share a Dropbox, that's something I could show you too here. But it shows all my Dropbox files here, and I'm just going to save it generally in here. So it's titled a project. Perfect. It's going to go into Dropbox. And so I'm ready to go. So I'm going to hit export here. And this is going to take a little bit. Down here they just show me some things that I can learn about, explain everything. So again, just waiting for this to upload to Dropbox. Be patient here just a minute. And then what we'll do is once it goes into the Dropbox, if you share a Dropbox file between the teacher and the student, now the student could go in there and go ahead, or the aide, whoever could get the pre-made teacher's file that they made at home or somewhere the night before on their iPad, and they could go ahead and move that into that shared file, and then the aide or student can now take it out of that. And we'll show that here in just a minute. So again, the bigger the file, the longer it's going to take to upload to Dropbox. Okay, so it tells us upload success. So what I'm going to do is go back to home, because this is a file, Loveland trial number 2, and just to kind of show, I'm going to see if I can delete that here. There we go. So we'll delete that. Yes, I want to delete that project out of here. All right, so I'm going to close this app. And down here you can see my Dropbox app. So I'm going to pretend now that I'm the student. I go into my Dropbox and I'm going to pretend I have a shared file in here. I should find this. Here you go, Loveland trial, and we see it's a XPL file for explain everything. So it's not going to open in anything other than really explain everything. So we tap on that. It's downloading it here, getting it ready to go. And it's telling me it can't load the file. I can't load it visually here, but it can load it into explain everything. So if I tap on this up here, and then tap on the open in, and there we see open and explain everything, and it takes it to open explain everything. Sure enough, we see project Loveland child was added. Tap on OK. So now the student could tap on this, and they would see, okay, here's number 1. Now obviously my video is stored in here from previously, but again, it just shows what you can do. We can listen. And B, John Adams, C, Thomas Jefferson, or D, John Quincy Adams. Okay, so start the recording. I guess I started in about 5 seconds, so I want to start it over. Yes, I do. Oops. And I want to start that back over. So that might be something to work on there. But anyways, we can go through each of the slides by advancing down here. Okay. We also get some more options. We can make that disappear and go through my slides over here as well, advancing. So just a lot of options there. So if this is the way that you're trying to do pure audio, this is one thing that you can do. There were some other things I didn't mess around too much more with, or look up too much into, like special needs apps, special education apps. But this is just one general app that I thought might be worthwhile for you to use. So hopefully this is a good example, and if you have some more questions, don't be afraid to ask.